Hello, internets. Welcome back to Two Heads Up. I am Pat. This is Amanda, and we are at Two Heads Up. You can follow us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, or just stay right here on YouTube and watch us every week. What we do is, yes, like us, rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. I feel sad because I'm the only subscriber to our YouTube channel. Even she doesn't do it. Yes, you don't do it.
I am not educated in the ways of YouTube.
Listen, all you gotta do is click that button that says subscribe. It's gonna be right down there. Right down there. Click it. Click it and click it hard and click it fast. So what at Two Heads Up is we go out and we see movies, and then we'll come back and we review the movie, and we tell you guys what we think about the movie. And it's a poor man's review. It's not like, oh, well, the actor wasn't really feeling his part, and the chemistry between this actor and that actor didn't work well, or anything else like that. We don't do that crap. We just tell you whether we like it or not, what we liked about it, and we give you a little heads up about what the movie is about. So that way you don't get the wrong impression from the trailers.
Which can ruin a movie.
Yes, they can.
Or make it awesome.
It can make it awesome. So we are filming here at King's Dedham. It's 600 Legacy Place in Dedham, Massachusetts. It's right off of Route 1, off of exit 15A. Not 15, 15A. I was wrong the first time.
I'm bad with directions.
Yeah, it's right next to the movie theater, so that's why they let us film here.
And I can't get lost.
So, this week, we went and we saw the movie Safe. It's a new movie with Jason Statham in it. Ticket stub. Because we don't want to pretend that we go and see these movies. We want to actually show you guys we do see them, which is why we show you the ticket stub. That's our running shtick here at Two Heads Up. She did. She accidentally started it, and it works very well. Alright, so the movie Safe. It's a former elite agent, Jason Statham, takes on a two-tier mission. Rescue a Chinese girl who has been abducted by the Triads, then use a highly desired safe combination to outwit the Russian Mafia, corrupt New York City officials, and the Triads themselves. So the movie pretty much sounds like it's gonna be. It's a lot of gunfights, a lot of running, and a lot of fight scenes themselves. If you're a fan of Jason Statham, you've seen some of his movies. It's, yeah, I got the initial impression that it was the Transporter 2. But it really didn't involve him trying to move the girl at all. It was more of him trying to find the girl and save the girl, because at one point in the movie, something happens where Statham's about to step in front of a subway train when he sees the little girl being chased by some people, and he decides not to step in front of the train and instead save the little girl. And that's pretty much, I think, how the story officially started.
I agree.
At that point, there was a lot of nonsense before it, a little background on the girl it gave you. A little too much background, though.
I disagree. I like the way they did that.
It was very smart-ass when she showed up her teacher in China.
That was awesome. I like the way they played it out, though. There was a lot of action sequences. They kind of chopped between the two stories. Mm-hmm. And then I like that was the moment they merged. And then you're like, oh, okay, this all makes sense now.
But still, I didn't understand how the numbers made sense. Because the little girl, she was really, really, like, photographic memory. She can remember anything she looked at. She looked at a set of numbers that no one had any idea what the hell the numbers were for.
Bunch of numbers. I like this movie. And I disagree with you about the beginning. I like the way they did that. Because most movies, it's like, here's a vague imagery thing. This one, they were actually explaining stuff and jumping back and forth, but it made sense, which I liked. It kind of felt like almost the way they did Crank, but higher budget.
I thought the movie was pretty good. It was pretty much classic Statham, where you gunfights and fighting and action movie, because I really can't see him doing anything else but action.
They explained it well in this movie, though.
They did, and then
where he got his skills.
They really didn't explain where he got the skills.
Well, like, they gave you the impression of this is where he probably learned it from, and this is why he can.
No, it gave me the impression that this guy could already do it, and then he goes and does this stuff.
Yeah,
he couldn't fight because he was an MMA fighter. He was an MMA fighter because he could fight. We rated the movie on the IMDb app right afterwards. She said give it a 9. I didn't agree with her. I said give it a 7. So we gave it an 8. It was the first official rating that we gave on a movie on
A website.
IMDb. But this time, on rating the movie, I enjoyed the movie. I had fun with it. There were scenes where I was laughing and people were quiet, but then again, I'm awkward in movies like that. Like,
they just couldn't understand how funny it was.
No, the guy's running down the stairs and he's getting everybody. It's a huge crowd, and he's like, "We're all leaving the hotel, and we're gonna leave like this." It's a huge crowd of people, and he said, "And if you don't gonna leave like this, I'm gonna shoot you like this guy." Boom, and he turns and shoots a guy, and I just started.
It was awesome.
It was hilarious. I was laughing out loud.
I said out loud, that was a very good example, sir.
And then there was another scene where the guy's fighting with him on the subway train, and he goes to kick him with one leg, and Statham catches the leg. So then he tries to kick him with the other leg. However, there's a pole in between his legs, and Statham just kind of does one of these, like, blink. So, rating the movie. I personally, I like I was trying to start a few minutes ago. I personally liked the movie. I thought it was pretty good. I give it probably 3.5 heads. Maybe 4.
A little harsh.
Maybe 4. Maybe 4.
I give it 4. Solid 4.
I give it 4. Who the hell am I kidding? So between the two of us, it was 4 heads. It was 1 head, 2 heads, 3 heads, 4 heads. 4 heads. So 4 heads, go see it. It's called Safe. It stars Jason Statham. It's out in theaters now. It's a pretty good flick. And then after you go see it, come back here and let us know how you think our review was, whether it was on point or not. You can catch us up in the coming weeks. We're going to be seeing movies like The Avengers, Dark Shadows, The Raven. I really want to see The Dictator, the new movie with Sacha Cohen coming out.
Oh god, yeah.
That looks hilarious. Hilarious.
Even just the trailer.
I mean, just the rate, comment, subscribe to us on YouTube. 2 heads up. All one word. You can follow us on Facebook, on our fan page, 2 heads up. We'll make sure you go on and like that, babe. And then you can follow us on Twitter at 2 heads up. The number 2, heads, and then up.
And tell your friends.
Tell all your friends. And then if you see any of the movies that we've seen, video response us or let us know in the comments how we did. Alright guys, see ya.